Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station, and I won an award.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2017 Radio Personality of the Year award winner, Stephen Phillips.
Well, my daddy told me one day I'd amount to something.
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Stephen, be ready, because I can dish it out.
Well, my problem is I can't take it.
And Packy Smith is a winner, too.
Are we all aware that 2017 was a few years ago?
Well, all right.
He's not in radio for the money, just the glory.
You have got to get Stephen Phillips off the radio. He has lost it.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All right, good morning, folks, and we have got a rock legend, Andy Kim, on the show with us this morning. He's like 9 top 40 songs, 2 number 1 hits. Good morning. How are you?
You know, I'm having a good time. I mean, we're all trying to figure out when we can go back to normal. I'm not a fan of the new normal.
No.
But I'm coping just like all of us.
Well, you know, yeah, I mean, this COVID stuff is shut down, especially the music industry, and that's kind of, you know, where you're at with all the stuff that you've got going on. Are you doing any shows now at all?
No. You know, I should be in Australia today.
Right.
I had a 6-week tour that got canceled and so many other festivals during the summertime but I'm lucky enough to be alive, healthy enough to continue to write songs, and I've been in the studio recording some new songs. So it's one day at a time with me right now.
Yeah, I can understand that. But for the folks that's listening, Andy Kim, the 2 number 1 hits we're talking about is Rock Me Gently, and I know everybody knows that, and Sugar Sugar. So now which one was the first hit for you?
I'm sorry?
Rock Me Gently. Was that the first number 1 hit that you had?
Sugar Sugar was.
Okay.
And what's funny is exactly 5 years later,
right?
Rock Me Gently went number 1. And, you know, it's you write a song or you have an idea for a song and you never know if it's even going to be heard, let alone liked, let alone get on the charts. And to have those songs continue to survive after all this time is really kind of a blessing. And I really, really appreciate my lucky stars for this.
Well, now, Sugar Sugar just about didn't get played, did it not? I mean, you had a hard time getting it on the air.
Yeah. What's funny is that I was touring with Baby I Love You, which was going to eventually be my first top 10 and my first million seller when Sugar Sugar came out, and nobody really wanted to play it because of the environment. It was 1969, the year of Woodstock.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the moon. There was, well, it's just the way it is today. There was really kind of battles in the streets regarding politics, and it was a tumultuous year. And I think because of the advent of what they called underground radio, which is turned out to be FM radio, but you had an alternative sound that was happening, and I think Sugar Sugar really was just one of those songs that belonged somewhere in the early 60s, probably, for some radio station. But I was lucky enough that a radio station in San Francisco played it one time, and the rest is history.
Well, Sugar Sugar is one of them songs that just puts you in a good mood. If you're in a bad mood, it just puts you right in a good mood, especially with the little riff with the da-da-da-da-da-da. But,
yeah.
And then, you know, Rock Me Gently. I mean, that's another one. I mean, that's just a good song. I mean, there's no doubt the place. But now you started out, and then you kind of took it easy there for a few years, but then you've got back to it now, and you actually got connected, which kind of throwed me off with the Bare Naked Ladies. How did that connection happen? I mean, you know, everybody knows the Bare Naked Ladies, and I'm glad they're not bare, and I'm glad they're not naked, but I do enjoy their music.
You want to honest, that's not a good image. I was asked to do a charity event,
right?
And they said that there is this band called the Bare Naked Ladies, and immediately I thought to myself, well, really, what kind of band is it? They're really very, I was told they're really very talented and they write some great music. So I'm an adventurer at heart. I said, okay. Did the show. It was just awesome. There was just a lot of artists.
Right.
But there was an immediate connection between Ed Robertson and myself.
Right.
I don't know what it is even today, but we are fast friends. And we talked about writing a song together, and we did.
Right.
And he decided to produce me. I thought my record days were over, Steve. I didn't think there was any more space for an Andy Kim record, but it went top 10 in Canada and throughout the world. I think it got played very, very little in the U.S., but it just gave me an opportunity to breathe another life into my career.
Well, it's a good album. I mean, it's a great album, and you've done a lot of stuff with a lot of different people. I mean, it's amazing who you've been on stage with over the years, and that's just an accomplishment in itself. Because when you started out, I mean, you started out young and a couple of chords on a guitar, and the rest. It's just kind of like a fairy tale story. As far as your career goes.
Well, I've always believed in never understanding the word no.
Right.
And so I grew up in the tenements. We didn't have that much, but I think that I was encouraged to dream the dreams that I really felt, and I was lucky enough. Steve, I've added a couple of words to my name, and it's really Lucky and Blessed Andy Kim.
Right.
I feel very, very lucky, and to know that songs that I've recorded were actually getting played. I'm still in awe of that. I'm still in awe that after all these years you want to talk to me. I'm really honored.
Oh, are you kidding? This is an honor for me to be sitting here with you. I mean, golly, these songs, like I said, I grew up with listening to them, and so man, it's all honor is here, and I'm just glad that you're still out there. Now, are you working on anything right now as far as a new album?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a new album. I'm just, especially in this time that we're all going through. I'm kind of writing freeform,
right?
And I'm just going into the studio. I probably will end up with about maybe 25 songs recorded, and then step back and see if any of them, are synced together so that it could satisfy an album, or maybe it's, we're back today to the way it was when I started. It was a singles world.
Yes.
All you put out were singles, and if anything stuck, then you recorded an album.
Right.
But this time has really kind of given me the opportunity to kind of experiment a lot of things. And so as soon as I've decided where we go from here, if you don't mind, I'll call you and let you know, and
there you go,
and send you some stuff to listen to.
Oh, I'm all about that. I guarantee it. For those that's just tuning in, we're talking to Andy Kim, and I know you've heard Sugar Sugar and Rock Me Gently. This is the man that brought it to us. And the thing about in 69, you said Sugar Sugar, and then I think 74 with Rock Me Gently. They're still being played today. I mean, that's a big accomplishment, because a lot of songs, you hear just have a couple of years, what I call play life, and then they just kind of get forgot. But I mean, these songs are still going on strong. Now, do you not do a Christmas charity thing every year?
I do. And I'm going into my 16th year. It's something I always did. Early on in my career, I would take my guitar on a day off, or if I had some time, I'd go to hospitals and sing songs to kids and people and anyone who wanted to listen. It was part of the feeling of community, because I've always felt that was the basic fundamentals in my life.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about how do I fit into this community? How do I bring my music to a community? How do I survive within a community? And I think that's been the important thing. So in the 15 years I've been very blessed that artists came Bare Naked Ladies several times.
Right.
We've collected over $1 million for charities, and it's really a lot of fun. It takes a lot of time to put together, but it's well worth it.
Well, I'm all about the kids, man. I mean, I'll tell you, that's our future. There's no doubt about it. And anytime you can go and play, and especially with some of these hospitals and stuff, that's just a great thing. So now, people that want to follow you, I mean, you've got your Facebook page. Any other media outlets that you've got?
Yeah, I have a Twitter page too, and I have a website. It's AndyKimMusic.com.
Right.
I think what is wonderful is that I've been around before there was any of this. There was before social media, before any of that, and I think the most important thing in life is not what someone else is doing. It's really what you're doing.
Right.
And so I appreciate all the social media interaction, but I know that sometimes we get lost in the fact that we're watching or we're listening to what other people are doing, and I'll urge anybody to just continue to do things that make you happy, make you feel safe,
right,
and can contribute to your community.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great words, no doubt. And like I said, I love your music, man. I really do. Always have, and I always followed you. And like I said, it's been an honor to have you on here. And I'm gonna keep up. Now, when this thing is that you're doing with the Christmas thing, is it aired? Is it going to be on Facebook, or is it going to be aired, or how do we get to that?
You know what? I'm trying to do something this year that will be aired. I usually do it in about a 1,500-seat theater. Right. And it's kind of an event. Right. And it started out, I'm just charge people $25 only because I've always felt that when I was a kid, my brother and I used to go through the alleyways and collect Coke bottles so you can sell for 2 cents.
Oh yeah, I remember them days.
So we could save enough money to get a banana split. Right. And I think that those spirits are still out there, and so I want them to come and see a show that has the Bare Naked Ladies, where if it were a Bare Naked Ladies show, it would probably be a very expensive ticket. Right. So I've always, deep down inside, felt that I would take it one moment at a time. And I turn around and it's been 15 years, and I'm kind of amazed because I put it all together myself, because nobody gets paid. I make I make sure that the musicians get paid, but the artists don't get paid. We're all donating our time. Right. And so this year, because of our situation, I'm trying to see if there's something that we can do on the web, and I will keep you updated.
Keep me updated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. We'll get it out there, and I'll get you to call back and talk a little bit more about that before it's all over and done with.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
Oh no, I love it. And like I said, I appreciate you calling in. And I know now you're in California this morning, right? Where the weather is wonderful.
Well, it's a little cloudy this morning, but other than that, it's good.
There you go. Well, we're in Georgia, but like I said, I sure do appreciate you calling in. We're talking to Andy Kim. Go to all his, you got andykim.com. You got his Facebook page. He's got a lot of stuff going on. I know y'all heard Rock Me Gently and Sugar Sugar. I know y'all heard that. This is the man right here that we are talking to now, and I sure appreciate your time.
And, well, you know what? I'm always surprised that people still want to talk to me after all this time.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're home folk down here. We're glad to talk to you. I'm glad you're talking to me, and I know the listeners out there are too. So we're going to be
thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to be keeping up with Andy Kim, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Folks, don't forget you can listen online anywhere in the world at WJULradio.com. That is WJULradio.com. Or you can listen live at Lake 97.7, WJUL. And don't forget, we're going to be uploading this to the YouTube channel and our Facebook page. So just go to the Morning Dish. You can listen to the show again and give us a like and give us a share. We appreciate it.